2011, just 4 short years ago, or 5 short years ago, within most of our lifetime. Western black rhinos no longer exist even in zoos. Eastern black rhinos, like Eric, there's 1,000 or 2 left in the world, so even though they are currently critically endangered or going extinct, there's still some hope. Now, not everything we're going to find out here today to be endangered, critically endangered, or even threatened with extinction. All the antelopes, gazelles, and ostrich and giraffe you're finding to your left, they have the conservation status of least concern, which is what we love to see, because that means that their species are still doing fairly strong. Even so, we do want to help them out with our breeding programs, help keep those numbers nice and strong. We don't want to wait to help a species when their numbers are rated declining, because then it might become too late. So if you're looking for babies out here, nearly every herd has youngsters right now. You got baby eland up on the far grassy hillside. Those are the large tan animals you're seeing out there. You got baby Cape buffalo to our left. You got one of those youngsters that got its feet up on the feed trough. That's hilarious. And we'll come up on some giraffe here as well. The giraffe we'll find to our left are Maasai giraffe. They're once again one of the more popular breeds of giraffes. They're not endangered, critically endangered, or even threatened with extinction. But still helping them out. There's a little baby you'll find out there. His name is Shireki. His name means celebration, and he was born here in late December. I know Shireki looks tiny from here, but he's well over 7 feet tall. Alright, so you admire Shireki and the other giraffe to your left. We are surrounded once again. Upslope to our right hand side, great animals are Somali wild ass. They're not doing so tough right now. Last population count for them was in 2008, and there was less than 200 individuals left in the wild. Once again, they face lots of issues from civil unrest. They are currently critically endangered of going extinct. We are trying to help out the Somali wild ass with our breeding program. We haven't had a full board here in a couple years, but there's been a lot of courtship on this hillside lately. So we're hopeful. We'll see what happens. There's another rhino in the meeting ground to our left. She's doing her best boulder impression ever. That's Lempe. She's an eastern black rhino, just like Eric we saw a moment ago. In fact, that's Eric's mama. Alright, so coming up towards the top of the hillside, we are absolutely going to get surrounded. You have a beautiful view all the way around. Antelope, gazelles, different bird species all the way around. So take a moment just to enjoy the wildlife. Enjoy the view, enjoy the light, cool breeze. If you catch a scent of flowers on the air, that's the yellow flowers blossoming around us. It's wild chamomile. We are surrounded by wildlife every single day. It's just a matter of whether or not we recognize it. It's not usually this blatant though. So take a look. here in California. And that's what you're seeing if you're looking up slope to your right-hand side. This is the California coastal sage-grouse. It is currently the second most endangered habitat in the United States, over Hawaii. The park is set at about half its acreage, about 800, 900 acres, to protect and preserve the plant animals that live right here in California. So if you are looking at slope today or walking around the park a little bit later on, you might find those native Californians, like California mule deer, bunny rabbits, roadrunners, and lizards. Or if you're looking up to the skies, you might find turkey vultures and hawks flying overhead. So definitely take a look at the native wildlife as well. Well, when it comes to protecting habitats for animals around the world, that does mean we're protecting the plants and the resources that come with those habitats. And this park is a registered botanical garden with 1.75 million different specimens of plants. So definitely enjoy that variety as you make your way around the park today. We do have some beautiful gardens out here, especially over by Condor Ridge. The Baja Gardens are absolutely stunning right now. They are in bloom. The Bonsai House is now open to the public and in bloom. It'll remain open until about the end of June. Now plants are more easy. Go check out those blossoms. You might find some pollinators hard at work. Birds, bats, bees, butterflies. Pollinators are a really good indication of a healthy environment. We would not be able to maintain this habitat without them. Just like we need all these animals to play their important roles. And that's why it gets so scary when we almost lose animals to extinction. So you got the critically endangered eastern black rhinoceros to your left. That's Eric once again. And down below in the valley, Chuck, the southern white rhinoceros. He's doing well, but near and threatened with extinction. And then as we keep coming forward here on our right-hand side, white animals are scimitar horned oryx. We almost lost them to extinction too. They were once hunted for their horns as a trophy animal, so much so that they went extinct in the wild. Fancy word for that is extirpated. Luckily, some of them survive in facilities like this one, giving them a nice safe place to live and to breed. And they have over a dozen babies up on that hillside that are just under a month old. Now we have been working with other conservation organizations like the Sahelo Sahara Project, which has secured land for the scimitar horned oryx to return to. And they have been successfully reintroduced. So that is once again the ultimate goal for all these animals out here today. And as we come around the corner, we'll get one last view of the main valley and the animals that are in it before we head on over to the first valley where we started off. By coming out here, you folks are helping to keep this all going. With our breeding program, our reintroduction programs, and all that research and conservation we do have going on worldwide. And you're making that possible because this park and our South Campus, the San Diego Zoo, is one big private not-for-profit organization. So thank you so very much for being part of us and keeping us up and going. Of course though, just by learning about these animals and how we impact them in our daily lives, we can make informed decisions that will help them out every single day. Like knowing that rhino's horn is not medicine, it's not a status symbol. Or knowing that by conserving our own resources, we can save resources and habitats for these animals. It is in fact that simple. We now live in a global economy. So from the foods that we eat to electronic devices that we purchase, we do impact these animals every single day. If you'd like to learn more about how that works, go to our website. It is a great resource. Well, folks, as promised you, we are back in the first valley where we started off. Looks like there's quite a few giraffe prints just up ahead, so let me get you a little bit closer to them. The giraffe you're seeing out here for the most part are Rothschilds, also known as Bengal or Ugandan giraffe. They're one of the more endangered breeds of giraffe that there are. We're trying to have lots of little ones. As you can see here, you might find their heads sticking up like periscopes. Youngest giraffe is just a few months old. Giraffes, unfortunately, are not immune from wildlife trafficking and poaching. They are currently being targeted for their hide as well as for their meat. Over the last 15 years, we've actually lost over 40% of the giraffe's global population. So there is still lots of work to be done. Now on this tour today, I know we did talk about different endangered and critically endangered animals, and I know that can be overwhelming. But as you learn about these animals and how we can make a difference for them in our daily lives, do feel free to start with your favorite species. Personally, I love rhinos. But if you prefer giraffes, or smaller wild owls, or vultures, feel free to start with them. Learn about your favorite species, what they need in their environments to survive, what's causing their populations to decline if their populations are in fact declining, and learning what we can do in our daily lives to help them out. By learning about and advocating for our favorite species, we in fact advocate to protect the entire ecosystem that's built around that species, including protecting the habitats these animals come from, protecting plants and the other resources that come with those habitats, and of course protecting other animals that live there too. So do feel free to start with your favorites. Now your favorite animal may very well be a predator. We saw cheetah cubs on our way out. Lions live up on the hillside to our right. If you look back by the big pile of boulders, you'll find one of those lionesses laying out, belly up, a moment. Come on over to lion camp, you'll be separated from those lions by just an inch of glass. Predators, like cheetahs and lions, do play very important roles in their environment. They do naturally keep the prey population in check. Still lots to do and see and learn, folks. So here we are coming back on into the station. As we pull forward here, adults, after you come to a complete stop, reach on the right side of the vehicle, find that black knob, push it all the way forward.